My name is Karunesh Anand, and today I'm going to discuss on the topic Xenobots. What you're about to see are the world's first ever living robots, and it's probably the most important discovery of the century. What you're seeing is the world's first ever living robot that was created by researchers in US. Researchers wanted to figure out if they could take real life cells and make them behave in a way they wanted them to. So what is a living robot? Xenobots have added an entirely new category to the living universe. They lie between the boundary of the living and the non living, designed on a supercomputer and can pull off tasks which many robots made of steel cannot. Scientists took two different frog cells and the skin and the heart from the African frog cells, named Xenopus levis, from which the name Xenobots arise. By the help of microsurgeons, they figured out a combination allowing the skin cells to form structure, while the heart cells helps to move. They look like a tiny blob of moving pink flesh. Under 1 millimeter in size, they are unlike any other robot, as it's not made up of any plastic or metal, but entirely of organic cellular material. It can move in all directions and it can flip itself. No one cell can work alone, but when we bring together many cells, the consciousness emerges. They are made up of individual cells that have an inherent qualities of life in their own, while traditional robots are made up of individual parts which do not have a function on their own. In the future, xenobots can be deployed internally in our body and sent to the brain to help remove brain tumor and can also help up to clean artery plaque. They can also be used to target and break down microplastics in the ocean or can collect nuclear materials. If you take a close look at these cells, which the blue cells are the skin cells which link the parts, which are known as the non-contracting cells, while the red cells are the contraction cells, the heart cells, which helps the xenobots to move. Joining them together, a functional structure is formed. So, what does the future of these robots look like? One of the biggest question mark right now is the ethical implications. Once we start creating these robots that have cognitive capabilities and can sense things based on their abilities to think and do things, who is going to be protecting their rights? If these organisms are actively participating in our world, xenobots are not a thing of the future, they are a thing of present. They could be used to tackle some of the biggest challenges our society faces today. Thanks for learning with me, and maybe you shall use them in future too.